There are two funds that gained over 20% in the TSP in 2017. This is an outrageous number. And I'm going to tell you which ones and what to look for in the upcoming year. Let's do it. Okay, this is Cooper from FedRetirementPlanning.com. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so. If you're a federal employee and haven't subscribed, then I can't think of another channel that would be more helpful for you as a federal employee with their TSP, retirement, everything like that, than this channel. Okay, but today I'm going to talk about two funds that in the TSP just did an absolute amazing amount of return in 2017. And in fact, it was one of the best years for the TSP in all the years it's been running. So, the first fund, and drum roll please, because this fund is one that I really actually came out and said this was the worst fund in the entire TSP, and I still think it's one of the worst funds. Just because it has one great year doesn't mean that every year is going to be great. And that fund is the I Fund. In 2017, the I Fund was the absolute top performer, earning over 25%. Earning 25%. Over 25% is an insane number, especially when you consider the 10-year average for the I Fund being 1.02% is what I'm showing from tsp.gov. 1.02% is since inception, and last year it earned 25%. So what I want to say to you is just because the I Fund did well this year, it did extremely well, that doesn't mean it's going to do great next year, okay? So you need to watch these things, but I do think that there are going to be some changes coming to the I Fund in the way that it's structured, in the way that it tracks and everything like that, and it's something that I've talked about in the past. The second fund is one that is absolutely incredible, and this is really, I mean, this is, if I was going to pick like the fund in the TSP, one that's really outstanding, that would be the C Fund, okay? And the C Fund in 2017 did a great job again, and it did a great job for the 9th year in a row. It's had its 9th positive year, which has outdone all the TSP funds, and it earned over 21%, almost 22% in 2017 alone. Now the other funds did well as well. The S Fund, 18.22%. The G Fund, a little over 2%. So the G Fund, as usual, was one of the worst performing, but it's also a guaranteed fund. The F Fund, 3.82%. That's a bond fund. And then the L Fund that did the best was the L 2050, which is mostly comprised of the CS&I, and it earned 18.81%. That's because the CS&I did well. Okay, so overall, the TSP, if you were an investor in the TSP, I don't care what fund you were, I don't care what your allocation was, you had a great year. You had a banner year, in fact, okay? And so you should be happy, but that doesn't mean you rest on your laurels. I think you need to be looking for 2018 some things to think about. I recently came out with another video called TSP Market Crash in 2018. Could it happen? Without a doubt. I mean, 9 years in a row of positive returns for the C Fund. I don't think just seeing that 9-year mark should make you scared, but I think it should make you think about how you're investing and making sure that you're investing according to your goals. And if you're getting close to retirement and you're going to need that money to retire, like you're banking on retiring because you're going to have enough money in your TSP, then I think you need to consider how you're investing in the TSP with greater clarity or greater thought than somebody who's younger. Because think about this, what happens if your TSP, if the C Fund loses 30-40% like it did in 2008? Are you going to have to work longer? Likely yes. Okay, do you want to make that risk? Something to think about, okay? Don't be too greedy and go after too high a return when you could be satisfied with what you have and live off what you have. The market is really at all-time highs, okay? Be wary of buying high and selling low, okay? The key, when I was in college and I had a professor who, this was basically the answer to everything, okay? He'd ask you a question and you basically just gave him this answer, and you know, that's what he wanted to hear. And it was BLSH, buy low, sell high. Not the opposite, okay? You want to buy when the market's low and sell when the market's high. So right now, if you're thinking about getting out of the market's at all-time highs. This would be the time that, you know, ideally, based upon this principle, you would want to get out of the market. You would not want to get out of the market when it's you know, at its absolute lows, which this is what happens, okay? People ride this wave, so they're right here. Market does real well. They get really excited, so they start buying, and the market keeps going higher, higher, higher. Then what happens is the market drops, okay? And then everybody sells. You want to be on the opposite of everybody else, okay? When others are greedy, you want to be fearful. When others are fearful, you want to be greedy. So something to think about going into the new year. If you have any questions or anything that you want me to cover in 2018, I'm going to get back to the weekly video schedule. Just had a lot of things happen with work and really good things, just been busy, but want to make this a priority in 2018. So we'll be having weekly videos with topics that you want to cover in much more detail than we did last year. So thanks for watching. Have a good new year. See you next time.